Stanford University's Institute for Human-Centered Artificial Intelligence, or HAI, just released the 2020 version of its AI Index report, which aims to be the world's most credible and authoritative source for data and insights about AI. At 222 pages, it's certainly in-depth, and it covers a lot of interesting ground. For example, there's a lot of content about evolution in key research areas around natural language understanding and generation, around computer vision, image and video generation, and more. And the report finds that ethical implementation of AI in the field is still an area of weakness, and calls out the large amount of work that still needs to be done on increasing race and gender diversity in the AI field. Both points we completely agree with here at IDC. However, there is a big hole in the middle of this magnum opus, and it's that the report really lacks any meaningful treatment of the actual value that AI implementations are delivering in business or society. In its 222 pages, the report dedicates a couple of pages to research advances in drug discovery and protein folding, and a couple of pages that share results from a McKinsey survey on AI adoption in business. Even here, though, in the McKinsey data, there are some highly questionable points. For example, in one table, which shows what proportion of organizations across industries are using which kinds of AI applications, 6% of financial services organizations are allegedly using autonomous vehicles. Perhaps even more puzzlingly, robotic process automation, or RPA, is listed as a category of AI application. Not surprisingly, it's overall cited as being used by 22% of organizations, just behind the kind of catch-all other machine learning applications. But RPA is not an AI application. Overall, this report is a nice aggregation of publicly available data, but it does read overall like a rather insular survey of activity in the AI industry, rather than being a balanced analysis of where AI is really at. For example, the report focuses on things like changing levels of attendance at AI conferences, the geographic distribution of AI patents awarded, the number of AI degree courses offered, and the number of mentions of AI on corporate earnings calls over time. And these are all at the very best leading indicators of AI's potential impact of business and society. And you might wonder why I'm bothering to spend time ranting about all this. And I suppose it's because in the 2 years plus I've been working at IDC and looking at AI here, I've been continually working with my colleagues to advance knowledge of what's really working and where these technologies are having an impact. When I joined in 2018, I remember that one of the first presentations I gave started out as a rant against all the content being shared about the magical things that AI can, in theory, do, measured against very little insight about the things that AI is actually delivering today. At least one thing we can all be thankful for is that nowhere in Stanford's AI Index report is there a picture of a white robot. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all again very soon. Take care.